But good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'm Christy, and welcome to your mat. And today's practice is really going to be all about, that's what it is, the practice. It's the practice itself. And if you look at our big picture of life, we are what we practice. We are what we practice. And let that just kind of seep in. We practice the words that we tell ourselves we are, or that we are not. We practice and carry out and hold in our bodies the actions and the energy that those actions permeate throughout. And so we are what we practice. And so I ask you today, as you lie here on your back, just to find that place of being enough for the practice, just today. Just giving yourself that sense of, I am what I practice. I am that enough. Especially today, this more Memorial Day, as there's a lot to reflect on. So as we're here, let's just go ahead and keep your knees bent and have your inner knees knock in together. You can place a hand on your belly and a hand on your heart if you'd like, or just go ahead and leave your arms down by your body side. And once you're here, just starting to allow the body to seep itself in towards the earth. Noticing the immediate effects of receiving your breath. Perhaps allowing that coolness of temperature as the inflow travels to the nostrils. Exploring the expansiveness the inhale also creates in the chest. And can you allow a soft, gentle release of the air all the way out? And doing this just a few more times. Allowing for a deeper exhalation each time you exhale. And as you do, start to draw the navel downward towards the spine and feel the tailbone elongate towards the back of the heels. Just two more. Inhale, fill up, feel the rib cage start to expand outward as the collarbones stay wide. Soften the face and the jaw, and exhale. Feel the rib cage start to knit together as you draw the navel all the way down to the back spine, tailbone elongates. Good, you guys, one more time. Full inhale. It's almost as if there's a rocking of the pelvis, really filling up the low belly, the frontal chest. And that deep exhale, feel the low navel draw in as you allow the sacrum pelvis to melt down to the earth. Feel the bottom of the back ribs stay connected. Pausing there, release your knees. Bring your knees in towards your chest and just do a few little circles in one direction. And then the other. And then let's come to a happy babies. Or happy baby, not plural here. So taking, again, notice if you're really trying to jar your thighs up toward the ribs. See today if you can practice elongating the sacrum, meaning your tailbone dips its tail into the earth as your thighs stay to the sidelines of the ribs. Can you keep the collarbones open? And I know depending on my practice or however my body's feeling, sometimes I can't get my feet. And so just hold on to the ankles. Keep the chin tucked down to the chest. We're just trying to open up the hips here. Finding your breath. And each time you breathe, keeping the jaw loose. You have ujjayi, using that as that place of focus. And then bring your inner knees, thighs back together. Open up your arms or into a goalpost T shape. And just do a light drop to either side. Oh my goodness. Oh, take a deep breath in here and a deep breath out. Good, squeezing your inner thighs together to bring the knees up towards center. And then exhale, just a gentle, again, we are what we practice and how we practice that over to the opposite side. So if we're forcing things into our body, again, then what else are we forcing in our lives? Right, but if we can just allow the body to be
connected with our intentions, there's gonna be a little bit more sense of ease, bringing your knees back in towards center chest. And let's plant the soles of feet down. Drawing your palms downward to reach towards your heels, your chin is in towards your chest. Again, let's take your belly button down towards the back spine. Feel your back ribs submerge. Press in towards your heels. Imagine dragging your heels closer towards your buttocks, and then slowly just lift up your low back. Your back ribs will be planted. It's as if you could slide 1 or 2 hands underneath your low back. Good, you guys, keep your collarbones open, bring your right knee in towards your chest, and just extend your right leg up. So we're pressing through that left heel. Your ribs are down, but your right heel is flexed. So inhale, bring your right thigh in towards your chest, and then exhale, press it up towards the ceiling. Good, 2 more. Inhale, knee in toward the chest, so you're hovering, or you can keep the low back down, and exhale, heel toward the sky, hamstring stretch. 1 more time, inhale, thigh in towards chest, and then exhale, heel up toward the sky. Reaching through the inside of the right foot, press to that inner right foot, ball mount, and then extend the right knee to meet the left knee. Notice what happens in keeping the core engaged, keeping that outer right side waistline lifted as you press into the left heel. We're here for 3. Arm bones pressing down, collarbones wide for 2. Good, and 1, bring your right leg back up, bend your knee, plant your foot, and then melt 1 vertebrae down to the floor at a time. Second side, pressing down through the palms, curl your tail. The low back ribs stay pressed, and you're just lifting up that pelvis and sacrum, so you could slide 1 or both hands up. Palms press, left knee in towards the chest, and then stretch the left heel leg towards the sky. And stay active in your feet. Maybe even look up to your toes and see the space between your toes. But really press that inseam with the left ball mount. That's going to activate the inner groin. Inhale, left knee towards chest. Exhale, press heel bone sky. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale to the sky. Last time, inhale with the energy of the leg. Exhale, as you're pressing the left heel, what happened to that right heel focus? Keep hugging in those outer hips, holding. Knee towards knee alignment, so just activating through the core. Press down through the palms. Keep that left side waistline lifted, the low back ribs down. Inhale, leg lifts. Bend the knee, plant the left foot, and then lower yourself down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. You can either rock to either side or just come on up into a crisscross as we find our way into our tabletop position. I'm just gonna switch out the view here so I can see you guys better. So come on in towards your tabletop. And make sure that everybody is on mute if you can. And then otherwise we're gonna be in our tabletop pose. All right, so as we're here in our tabletop position, just gently coming into the cat and cow. And so I'm going to use that word a lot, this gentleness. Again, we are what we practice, so doing it with ease. Pressing down for the palms, middle fingers, stretch to the upper outer corners, but we're not just pressing, submerging into the palms. We're pressing into the thumb, index finger, knuckle, those first knuckle tips. You draw the inner blades of the shoulders together as you inhale, open up collarbones, chest. Then exhale, deep dome and round, chin towards chest. Good, again, inhale, open up, finding your rhythm and breath. And then use that full exhale. So good, you guys. Just feel every cell kind of jumping for joy right now in your body. Inhale, opening. And then exhale, saying thank you for moving me, moving out the stagnation. Good, we're gonna pause here. Stay in this rounded cat back. See how my toes are pressed down? Let's keep that and just hover the shin bones up. I'm crediting my yoga teacher, Tiffany Russo, for this one. So hover the shins, draw the navel up, chin towards chest. We're here for 3. Hold it 2. Good, now on 1, drag the chest forward. Can you stay on the toe tops? Stretch your right leg back and then the left leg back. Oh yes. So where our toes are pointed back, we're kind of in this domed plank. Now take your chin forward. Now we're in a plank pose, elongation of the spine, inner thigh spin. You can always drop your knees. We're here for 3. Holding 2, lifting up the core. On 1, untuck the toes, downward facing dog, friends. Nice. Just start to paddle out the knees, bend your right knee, deliver the left heel, but take an inhale breath. And then the exhale, gently switch it out. So just slowing it down. Inhale, high to tippy toes, exhale, opposite heel. And then keep that right hip socket lifted if the left heel is down. Inhale, toes high. Exhale, right heel down. Pike up that left hip, draw the low belly in. And then releasing your left heel perhaps to the earth. Keep your inner biceps spinning to the sky, the low navel in, crown of head roots towards the thumbs. So we're pressing the earth away. But from here, we're going to bend deep in towards the knees. So even the buttocks might hover a little bit off the heel bones. Take an inhale. And then exhale, glide yourself back forward to your high plank. Press back through your heels. Good, 2 more like that. Inhale to crouching child's. Exhale, come back into that high plank pose. Last time, you guys, really nice. Inhale, come back into that crouching child's. Exhale, come on forward, pausing here. Again, we can always drop down to the knees. If it's too much for your wrists, again, keep that focus on the knuckle set versus the heels. Press back through the inner heel bones. Open up the collarbones. You're pressing the earth away. Rebound your own energy up for 2. Good, and 1, lift the hips all the way up and back. Widen out your stance in your down dog. And then let's walk your hands all the way back towards your toes. Can you guys bend your knees so much so that we're kind of back in that like crouching child's? So again, we're just creating some flexion in the hips to release hamstrings. Inhale, open up, lift the chest. And then exhale, dive yourself down. Take your hands to your ragdoll. Press down to the inner arches of the feet to spin the inner groins back. And just switching out the grip of the elbows. And then keeping the weight transfer balanced in both feet across the ball mounts, the heels. Can you unclench your toes? Release your fingertips, bend the knees. Inhale, extend the chest. Feel the frontal belly lift into the spine. And now exhale, fold it down. This last round is interlace the fingers, lifting your knuckles up towards the sky. Bend your right knee, roll the left rib cage open. Good, coming back towards center, switch out the interlace. Bend your left knee, straighten the right, roll to the right as you breathe in, friends. Good, come on back towards center, release your hands to low back, down towards the earth. Inhale, we lift up halfway. Can you keep the sides of the waist long? Walk your feet in, hip width distance, and then just come back to your downward facing dog. Finding your breath. You can always keep a bend in towards your knees. Inhale, high to your tippy toes. Bend your knees and just slightly step your way up to the top of your mat. Good, with knees bent, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, we dive deeper in towards the fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep our hands to your hip bones. The knees stay softly bent. Shift the weight to the heels and press into your feet. Slowly lift all the way on up. Let's release the arm bones on down. Feet can stay parallel or they can come close. So you decide if you want your feet close together or you can keep your feet just a little bit apart. But open up into your mountain stance. And we'll begin. Inhale, arms reach up and lift. From here, take your right thumb over your left thumb. Exhale, hinge over towards your right side. Lift up and over. Inhale, come up to center. Switch out the interlace of the thumbs, widen. So you're spreading your back shoulders like bat wings. Draw the front ribs in. Exhale, over to that left. Good, inhale, come on back up to center, front ribs in, lifting and lengthening. Exhale, swan dive your way. Hopefully you have space in your home. Swan dive your way down. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, draw your right foot back and pause. Press into the center of your left heel, but fire up that back right leg. Can you take your hands to your hip bones and keep your left thigh low as your right inner thigh spins? There's activity in the right back heel leg. The chest is nice and long. Slowly release the right knee down. Coming into a dynamic lunge series, release the back foot. Inhale, arms are going to lift up. So kind of plunge into this here. And on your exhale, you're just going to slide your hips back, flex your left toes. You can maybe keep a micro bend in your left knee. I don't know about you, but my hamstrings are screaming sweet nothings to me right now. So inhale, take a little bend. Arms are going to reach up. Nice. Exhale, hands down, slide it on back. Good, you guys. Inhale one more time. Arms are going to reach, lift up, press into the earth. Feel the front heel towards the back knee, lifting you up. Yes, that's it. Good. Exhale, hands down, slice it back, chest forward. Take a bend in towards your knee, hands plant, lift up the back foot, step in towards your plank pose, pause. Lower down and towards your knees, the front hips draw forward. Slow chaturanga, just to that chaturanga hover. The crown of the head is long, collarbones wide, and then lower towards the earth. Releasing your foot tops down. From here, we're just gonna take the thumbs by the side rib cage. Release the forehead towards the earth, lift up the pubic bone, drag the elbows back. Inhale, baby cobra. Pressing down to the hands. Exhale, we fold. Forehead down, low belly lifts. Inhale, pubic bone down. Keep that low belly rising. Inner elbows hugging closer together. Nice, you guys. And exhale, we fold. Last time, inhale, lifting up. Feel the sternum extend. Some of you may start to hover the hands, but keep the pubic bone down. Strong feet. Hands down, legs lift, dragging, think elongation versus height. Good, slowly take the release down. Untuck the toes, lift knees and thighs, pressing yourself up and towards your tabletop or plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg will lift. Exhale, take your knee in towards your nose and slowly release the right foot. Same action, press into the right heel. The inner right foot is you drag that outer right thigh bone back. So imagine your inner thighs spin towards the earth, hands to your hip bones. So good, you guys. Nicely done. We're going to take that arms back and extend as we release the back knee. Inhale, arms are going to reach. Take that lift. Open up the front left hip flexor. Exhale, hands down, slice it on back. Flex in towards your right toes. Good, knee bends. Inhale, arms reach, lifting up the heart. Exhale, hands down, slicing it back. Chest stays open. Inhale, take the reach up. Exhale, hands down. Good use of the breath. Just keep coming back to it. Maybe micro bend the right knee. And do so by pressing to that right heel. Try to drag the right heel to the left knee. Keep the chest lifted. Good. Planting your right foot. Untuck the back knee. Lift it up. And then stepping yourself forward to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we drop. Pressing in towards your feet. Inhale, arms are going to reach up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Well done. We'll begin again, second side. Inhale, arms reach. Right thumb over left thumb. So again, here, we're taking this full grip, lifting up inner thigh, spin hinge over towards your right side. Front ribs in, press evenly through all four corners of each foot. Inhale, come up to center. Switch out grip, lift up, hinge over towards the opposite side. Good. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, forward fold, taking your way all the way down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, hands plant, chest stays forward, step your left foot back. From here, again, that outer right hip shapes back as you press into the inner foot. Good. Hands back up towards your hip bones. On our inhale this time, fly the arms back. We're hugging those outer hips in. Press down through the right heel. Feel the trajectory of those outer hips hug. Stay active in your back leg. You can always drop the back knee. Arms are gonna reach forward. Good, nice and light. Take a bend of that back knee. Find your way in towards your crescent. Good, lifting up the front, chest and arms. Good, from here, start to straighten up that back leg. Just one more breath. Inner thigh spin. Climb the arms by the use of the back muscles. Exhale, hands come down. Left hand stays to the earth. Inhale, open up the right side arm. So feel your shoulder blades press into your chest. Hug your outer right hip back. Your left ribs roll towards the right ribs. Take one more lift. And now from here, rotate your palm down. Extend your right arm forward. Keep dragging your right hip back. Stay active in your left heel. Nice, you guys. Inhale, arm up to the sky. Right hand down. Step it back to your plank. Chaturanga to lower. You can always drop the knees if you like. Cobra or the up dog. Decide what you need, or just stay in your up dog. Come back to your plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, use your breath to lift your left leg on up. Exhale, knee in towards your nose, dome your back, and then a pause. Same action here, stay low. So use your breath. Remember, you are what you practice. So keeping that as your focus, press into your left heel. Hands back to your hips, hug it in. Left inner foot down, inner thigh seam, hug, outer hips together. Flight arms, draw the front ribs in. Active quadricep, opening up hip flexor. Biceps hover over ears. Feel that sense of extension. Soft bend back knee. Let's lift into the crescent lunge. Good. Draw the front ribs in. Start to perhaps straighten up that back leg. Yes, you guys, keep the tailbone down. You're drawing down long. Frontal hip bones are lifting. Yes, yes, yes. Keep lifting up that right side waistline. Good. One more breath. Exhale, hands down. Right arm down. Inhale, left arm peels to the sky. Feel your shoulder blades press forward. Think expansion. Extend the left hip back. Draw your your left pinky fingers forward over that left ear. Keep hugging your outer left hip back. One more breath. Good. Left arm up towards the sky. Hand down. Gazing forward. Inhale. Exhale. We step it forward towards the fold. Good. Inhale. Halfway lift. And exhale. Let's dive it down. Separate your feet hip width distance. Take a bend down and towards your knees. Good. So again, keep the hip creases back. Energy goes back into the heels. Take your hands behind the back of your calves and extend your chest forward. And then slowly just start to straighten the legs as you keep your chest forward. Your hands press into your calves press forward and towards your shins. Good, let's take a little bend of the knees, lift the chest. Good, exhale, keep the chest extended. So your arms are just working towards straight here as your legs are. And then let's bend the knees. Last time, hands to calves, calves to shins, arms work towards straight. Good, and exhale, we fold. Release your fingertips, bend in towards your knees, arms reach forward, pause and hover. So as we're here in this kind of a crouching chair, draw the front ribs in, biceps by ears. Weights heavy in heels. Stay light in your toes. Inhale, lifting up the chest. Press evenly in towards your feet, lift all the way up. Samastiti. Good, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, find your chair pose. This is a different version of A. Fingertips down, find your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, hands plant, step back on into your plank pose. You can stay here, otherwise take your vinyasa, which is that chaturanga, but use your breath, breathe into the lungs, the belly. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, let's reach your right leg on up towards the sky. Good, let's take a bend of your right leg open. So opening up that right frontal hip. Just gonna take a look at you guys here again. Yep, opening up that right hip. Could maybe take some swivels around, really nice, you guys.
Good. Re-straighten out that right heel, the right heel. Yeah, so the right toes point downward towards the earth.
Nice. On your next exhale, can you take your right knee towards your left side tricep? Hug that outer right hip back. That's it. Inhale, extend, reach the right leg. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. So now we're pressing the earth away. Keep the chest long. One more time. Inhale, heel, leg extends. Exhale, knee in towards the nose, dome the back. Yes, yes. And then release that foot down. We're going to draw that outer left or the back left heel down. If you have your block, encouraging its use on the outside of the foot. And so again, we're going to use that same action. Hug your outer right hip in as you press into the left heel. As you press down into the block, just start to open up the side body. So we're pressing into the right heel. That inner left thigh seam releases back. Expand upward as you draw the front navel in. And can you release the inner groins back? So you press down into your front foot. Slowly come on in towards the warrior two pose. And see if you can get this thigh maybe as low as you did in your chair pose prior to. Arms extend. Nice, opening up the collarbones. Good, rotating your top palm to the sky. Let's take a reverse. Just a little lift, reaching up. And then from here, start to straighten through the front leg. Very nice, lifting up that front knee. Exhale, Trikonasana, extend, extend, get that side body long. Right hand down towards the shin, floor, but feel again the release of the pelvis back. The right side of my waistline extends back. That left side waistline grows towards the ear. Feel the shoulder blades press into the front chest. Draw the rib cage in. Nice. For some, you're going to stay here. Others, you're going to go ahead and bring your left hand towards the left hip. Bend your right knee. And then using your block, let's find that half moon shape. Just nice and light. Extend, lift up to the left heel. Reaching it back. Good. Maybe elevating that left arm. But keep releasing that inner left thigh back, rotate the chest. Again, let the wiggles happen, keep a bend into the knee. Again, we are what we practice, staying strong. Good, soft bend into the right knee, reach back, back, back with the left foot, and then land back into that triangle pose. Good, from the triangle pose, bring your way up into the warrior two. Inhale, let's reverse it one more time, flush it out. And exhale, windmill yourself on down through the high plank pose. Chaturanga, take that vinyasa. Inhale to the up dog. Exhale to the downward facing dog. Second side, keep drawing the front belly in. Inhale, lifting up the left heel. Nice job, you guys. Let's bend the left knee, open up to the inner groin. Relax the ears between the biceps. Maybe some hip circles around if you did so on the opposite side. Returning your left heel high. Exhale, left knee towards your right tricep. Pause. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, leg extends. Exhale, knee in towards the nose. And then lightly land the foot. Back heel delivery, automatically hug the outer left heel in. Using your block or fingertips, press down into the earth, but put more effort, or rather awareness, into that back right heel. So we're waking up the body, scrubbing the back heel away from the back pinky toe as you open up the chest arm. Pressing into the inseam of that left foot, open up the chest expansion. So here for that Parsval Konasana, that side angle. Just working into that preparation, nice and light. Stay low in this left quadricep as we come on up. So it's doing some reading and just, our bones, we're strengthening these bones. The femur has some of the most abundant bone marrow. Okay, and that bone marrow, when it circulates, generates fresh blood flow of cells. We're strengthening the bone marrow, and when we do that, increasing our red blood cell count, increasing our circulation, our blood flow. So all of these poses, there's so much more than just the actions behind them. So feed into that. Use your breath and all of your body systems to really connect here. Turning up your top palm, let's take that reverse. Feel that lift up of the side waist, relaxing your back shoulder. Start to straighten the front left leg, lifting up. Can you keep the left lift in that right side waist? Trikonasana, arms extend. Sending the pelvis back. Keep the shift as release left hand down. So try to make that triangular leg shape. Feeling your inner thigh seam spin back. The insertion of the left hamstring, the left sitting bone goes back to that right inner hamstring. Just open yourself up here. Layering, one, you stay. Otherwise, hand towards hip, elbow to the sky. Gaze goes in front of the left toes. Use your block. And just nice and light. Think about the action through the right leg. As you press with the left, feel the left, press yourself on up. Good, and then staying active in that right heel. It's that same release of that as if we were in warrior two. Maybe the top arm extends, front ribs in. Maybe you start to take that gentle twist, or just keep your gaze towards the earth. We're here for 3. Bending into your knee. Let's come back into the triangle pose, back into the Trikonasana. Nice, you guys. Slowly come back in towards your warrior two, pausing here. Turning your top palm, inhale, think lift, press down, lifting up, feel the stretch. So again, the breath, toning our internal organs, getting that greater massage, and removing the lymph. And exhale, let's take it on through, high plank. It's your option, you can stay here, you can take that vinyasa. Otherwise, you're downward facing dog. As we're here, we're just gonna go ahead and drop on down towards our forearms. So drop on down towards your forearms for just a brief dolphin transition, but we're gonna take our way in towards our forearm plank. So as our forearms press down, if you have a block, again, you can always drop to your knees. If you have a block, you can always take a block between your inner elbows and hug those together. And that just kind of helps because oftentimes our elbows will splay out wide. So you can keep it together a little bit here. I like using one. But thumbs pressed down, index fingers down, finding your way in towards that, our forearm plank here. So same action, heel bones press back. Your feet are gonna stay a little bit wider apart, and then just drop your heels over towards your right side. I guess another one from my teacher, Tiffany Russo, so I wanna definitely give her credit. So you press down into the forearms. Keep the energy and weight into your right foot, and just see maybe today, maybe you can bring your left knee towards your right elbow. We're here for 3. Keep pressing down into your right foot for 2. Good, and 1, release the left foot. Come back to your forearm plank, smiling. Second side, you guys, again, you are what you practice, and so even just a little bit, that's better than just giving up. So just trusting where the body is. Double dip the heels, so regroup, inhale, chest is forward. Stay strong and active in each foot, and even weight. Notice what happened with distribution of the forearms. Press more weight into that left forearm. Lifting up your right foot, taking your right knee towards your left elbow. We're here for 3. Holding 2. On 1, extend the right toes back, find your forearm plank, holding 3. Low belly in 2. Woo! Knees down, shin bones down. Good morning if you're practicing. Well, you guys are live, but people watch this later. That's your morning coffee fix. Sphinx pose, palms down, opening up your chest. Pubic bone down, collarbones wide. So in Sphinx pose, there's a dragging of the chest open, the pubic bone releasing. And let's just take a bend of the right knee, Ardha Vaikasana, it's a half frog. Right hand to your right foot, option to stay here, stretch the quad. Maybe start to take your fingertips towards the toes, and see if you can work the heel towards the outer right hip glute. As you frame the right shoulder, the right hip bone down, press more into your left forearm.
Release your foot, release your hand. Second side, left heel is gonna bend. Take your left hand towards your left toes. And just noticing where you are here. If there's, again, forcing, we are what we practice. See if there can be a little bit more sense of release. Perhaps allowing. Rotating your fingers forward, release your left hip. Notice if the left shoulder can rotate a little bit further forward with each breath. Good, slowly take the release. Release your foot. Bring your palms on back. Press in towards your knees. Just gonna press yourself back into a child's pose, but take your arm bones back. Release the forehead towards the earth. Just allowing the breath to fill up the back of the lungs, the back of the heart. Any thoughts that might be swarming through the front portion of the brain, just letting them drop and be absorbed deeply into the surface of the mat. Allow them to just be captured by the earth, out of your way, making space. Arms extend nice and long. Untuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Good, take a bend in towards your knees, gazes forward, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Let's bend in towards the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Press into the heels center, lift all the way up. Samastiti. Releasing down, inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Keep the knees bent, arms release, and then straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. You can take the vinyasa if you'd like. Otherwise, just step your left foot back and drop your left heel. If you went into the downward facing dog, eventually you'll take your right foot on forward and meet us here, but drop deeper into that left thigh, or rather the right thigh like you were in your chair pose. Everyone fly your arms back here. The frontal hip bones lift. We're active in that back heel. We're hugging those outer hips in. Feel your front ribs draw toward those hip bone plane as you keep the trajectory out of the waist. Right heel centering, arms are gonna re-extend. Let's come on up into the Virabhadrasana 1. Feel the tailbone descend, lifting up the heart and the chest. Nice, on the exhale, slice the right arm back, left arm forward. Good, again, inhale, arms are gonna reach. Exhale, slice right arm back, left arm forward. One more time, inhale, we reach. Exhale, slice right arm back, left arm forward. Good, inhale, we take the reach. Good, exhale, hinge the chest forward. Now we're just gonna fly both arms back with the interlace of the fingers. Expand the heart and the chest. Draw into the left toes. Bend in towards the right knee. Press into the right leg, lifting up to find your warrior 3. So again, feel a bend. Keep a great bend in the right knee, that's great, but reach back through that right heel bone. Nice, reach back through the left heel. Slow and gentle, we're gonna bring our way up. Fingers draw back towards the back buttocks, elevating your arms, lifting up your left knee. Can you reclaim chair pose? Take your left thigh over the right thigh. Maybe you hook the toes. Bend in towards your elbows. Take your left arm under the right, eagle wrap to the shoulder blades, or forearms, wrists, and palms. Tailbone long. Outer hips hug in. And are you breathing for 3? We're here for 2. On 1, it's a slow release of the arms, of the leg. Inhale. Exhale back into your chair pose. Hands come back towards the center. The hip crease is back, heavy heels, light toes. Inhale, take another breath, press with the palms. Exhale, left elbow, arm reaches outside of the right thigh.
Press evenly through the palms. And see here, the more weight you can drop into your heels, the hips will lower as you start to lift the chest. Some of you are going to stay here as you press into the right palm. So you might try and attempt a side crow. But wherever you are, see if the hips can get a little bit lower on the knees and the chest stays lifted. We're here for 3. So again, detoxifying these internal organs, massaging. And each time our organs, our organs don't really get a workout unless we're digesting food. So from here, each time our organs are digesting, we're releasing, secreting different types of hormones to the body. Good, slow and gentle. Come back into our chair pose. Exhale, samastiti. Take a breath. Let it go. All right. Side dose, friends. Inhale. Utkatasana, chair pose. So heavy heels, chest lifts. Exhale, fingers down, folding. Inhale, we elevate halfway. If you took the vinyasa, find it again. Otherwise, bend your knees and just step the right foot back and pause. Left heel drops down. If you're in a down dog, eventually you'll meet us into a low lunge with the left foot forward. Otherwise, we're just going to fly ourselves up into our hinged warrior footing. Flight back in the arms. Press down into the left heel. Release your inner right thigh. Well done, you guys. Inhale, let's lift up into our Vera 1. So in your Warrior 1, we want to feel the tailbone anchoring down like a fish lure weight. The frontal hip bones lift, and we're releasing this back inner right thigh seam. Pressing down and towards that left heel. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Good, inhale, arms lift so you can sink deeper into that front knee thigh like the chair leg. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Just one more time, inhale, we take reach. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, arms are gonna reach up. Good, now on the exhale, hinge chest forward, flight back in the arms, hug the outer hips in. Interlace fingers, opposite interlace on top. Good, pivot onto the back toes, so nice. As you're here, take your time. Again, we practice, we are what we practice. So moving gently, slowly with an awareness, pay attention to some of those smaller details, but with that attitude of just, can I be okay? Can I be kind? Stay curious. Notice those thoughts that show up. And how can we reframe that lens? We're here for 2. So nice on 1, bend in, or rather keep the legs straight, lift yourself upright. Good, let's elevate the right knee, hug the outer left hip in. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, left knee bends. Let's take our eagle wrap, Garudasana. Right foot may hook the back thigh. Goal pose into the arms, the tailbone is heavy. Right arm beneath the left. Otherwise, interlace and find fingers to inner shoulder blades. Dropping down and towards the tailbone, the forearms reach further forward. Are you breathing? We're here for 3. Hold it 2. On 1, let's take that release. Inhale, arms reach towards the sky. Exhale, hands towards heart. Remember, getting nice and low. This time, weights in the heels. Drawing the exhalation, right ribs towards left ribs as we roll towards that left side. Dropping down heavier into heels. Stretch the neck of the toes long. Can you press more efforts in towards that left palm? Good, that gentle twist. Staying here for another 3 breaths. You took side crow, find it again. Staying with it, inhale, come right back in, chair pose. Good, and exhale, this time we fold it on down, forward fold. Inhale to the halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step it on back to high plank. Good, chaturanga to lower it down.
Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming in towards your high plank. Hover the right toes an inch off the earth. Spin the inner right thigh to the sky. And then maybe pop up on towards your left fingertips. Good, release the left fingertips, release the right toes. It's elevating the left leg, hug the outer hip in. Perhaps popping on up on towards your right fingertips. Good, release the right foot, release the left toes. Inhale, right leg lifts. Pop up to your left fingertips. Good, bring your knee inward towards your nose as you stay on those fingertips. Good, plant the left hand and then release the right foot. Just a little bit of a wrist straightener there. Let's drop on down towards that back knee. Release the back shin bone. Inhale, arms are going to lift up towards the sky. Good, on the next exhale, let's go ahead and bend through the elbows. So hug those outer hips in. Good, staying here, releasing the fingertips back. Take that additional inner lace, inner shoulder blades are lifting towards the heart, shin towards chest. Right heel presses down and then drags back to the frontal left knee. Noticing here where you're feeling this in that left hip flexor. Well done, you guys. Inhale, arms are gonna reach. Exhale, hands come back through the center of the chest. Hinge forward. Can you take your left elbow outside the right thigh? So similar to what we did in the chair pose, we were there just moments ago. Palms press. Some of us are gonna stay, others may start to untuck the toes and lift the back leg. But can you keep your gaze down to the floor today and press to that right heel and the inner arch of the inner ball mount of the right big toe. Keep extending the chest. And then maybe you start to rotate. You rotate more through the waistline, then maybe the head and the neck revolve. Feel free to flight out in the arms. We're here for one more breath. Good. And then let's take the release. Taking your right foot on back. Dropping on down towards your left knee, open on up to your side plank. Good, so some of us are gonna stay here. Others, you're just gonna start to maybe lift up that left leg, so for your side plank. Good, so you might start to hover that top leg, but can you keep active in both of the feet? The shoulder blades press in the chest, the hip bone, this top hip bone is wrapping forward as the inner thighs spin back. So if you might start to extend that top arm long overhead. Good, if the leg is lifted, bend the knee. Let's find our wild thing. Open up the chest. Keep pressing the earth away. Open up the hip points. Take that release. Good, come back on up towards center. Come back into your high plank. Good, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your toes. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, take your peace fingers to your big toes, between big toe, first toe. Elbows bend, drip the skull. Collarbones stay wide. Inhale, lifting up the chest. Then exhale, bend your elbows. Feel maybe your gaze even travel towards your navel, but friends, let's bend our knees. Again, sometimes, when we feel like, oh, I have to make it easy for myself. No, we're just helping ourselves, right? We're just giving ourselves some additional support. Support your body. Again, we are what we practice, so can we be our own built-in support system? Inhale, extend the chest. Exhale, walk your way back out into your downward facing dog. Come into the high plank. Good, hovering the left toes up. Coming onto your right finger pads. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Hold it here for 3. Hold it 2. Good, release the right hand, left foot down. Right heel delivers. So we're in that long lunge. However, the knee stays stacked on top of shin bone in the shaft and ankle. Inhale. And it's just not lifting the arms. You're pressing into the earth and using that to lift up. Yes, yes, yes. Back, front heel towards back knee. Exhale, elbows bend. Feel your outer left hip hug itself in. Elevate that right side waistline.
Release the arm bones down, left thumb over right thumb. So breathe into your heart. So opening up the lungs, the passageway, strengthening up this VO2 max, this ability to build more oxygen into your lung capacity. We're just in that each exhale where that allows the strength of the lungs to let go of that stale air. It's our own inner purifier, inner way to purify our oxygen. Good. Inhale, return. Arms are going to lift. Exhale, hands through the center of the heart as we hinge forward. Exhale, keep that length as you rotate on over towards the side. So pressing down to the palms. Option to stay here, maybe lifting up the back leg. Good, we're here for 3. Feel free to take flight in the arms for 2. Good, and on 1, release the gaze towards the earth. Fingertips drop down. Stepping your left foot on back. Good, right palm towards the center, spin that inner bicep in as you drop over towards the side. So pressing down, you can always drop on down towards the right knee and just open up here. Otherwise, right foot goes to the left foot, find your side plank. Good, maybe some of you are gonna lift that top leg, so we are what we practice. Again, so finding that, again, that permission piece, that ability to be here and present. Top arm to the sky, bend the top knee. Oh, open up, wild thing here. Breathing across the frontal hip bones, the chest, release the tailbone. Top arm up towards the sky. Come back to your plank. Feel free to take a vinyasa if you wish. Otherwise, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your toes. This time, slide your hands underneath your feet. So again, bend into your knees. Inhale, extend your chest. Roll the weight into the heels as you lift up your feet. And can you tickle the tips of your toes, the creases of the wrist? Keep the chest open. Nice, that's it. Good, Ash. Just bend the knees, drop the elbows wide, release the head. Inner thighs, spin back. Let the face just be heavy. So here we're in an inversion. Again, reversing this blood flow, circulation. This helps to wake up some more cellular growth when we have fresh oxygenated blood. Again, this little reversal just helps, and also see our world in a different perspective. Inhale, extend the heart and the chest. Good, walk yourself back into your downward facing dog. Taking one more full breath. Good, bend into your knees, gaze forward. Step or jump all the way up to the top of your mat. Nice, you guys. Let's re-bend in towards the knees. Hands come beneath the bottom knees, lifting up the heart and the chest. Nice and slow as you can. Slow, slow. Again, using that core strength, arms reach forward, slow, slow, all the way down. Good, one general back bend. If you'd like to take bridge pose, restorative bridge, or wheel, you can decide, but I'm just gonna guide us through wheel pose. Bend in towards, or rather bridge pose. Take a bend of the elbows so you have sharp fingers pointing to the ceiling. Pressing the back of the triceps, you can feel the chest, the sternum elevate skyward, but soften the front ribs. Similar to what we did in the beginning of class, press the heels, lifting yourself up for the bridge. The pelvis is heavy, the outer hips hug and the inner thighs release. Press down more through the upper arm bones. If you're in your wheels, keep reaching your chest towards where your face is, the direction of your face towards that edge of the mat. We're here for 2. Nice, on 1, slowly release the hips, the arms. Good, bring the knees back in towards your chest. Let's refine happy babies. The sacrum is heavy. And notice how the hips feel here versus where we were at the very beginning of our practice this morning. Good, bring your inner thighs towards each other. Take a little rock and roll, front to back, back to front. Good. Gonna wrap ourselves up here. Find your Dandasana, so feet extend. If you have a blanket, it's always nice to sit upon. Good, so flexion through your feet. Good, pressing down for the palms, chin towards chest. And then from here, we're just gonna take a bend of the right knee, take your foot to your inner thigh. So option here for Janu Shirshasana. Otherwise, you might wanna try against this also for me teach. You can take your ankle beneath your thigh bone for it's an underside figure four. You might wanna play with that. Keep pressing the extended leg forward, inhale, arms reach. And exhale, let's take that fold on down. Inhale, keep expanding the chest. And then exhale, feel the chest just softly lower down. Again, we are what we practice. Just the impact of our thoughts, how our thoughts just change our body physiology. Right? So sometimes if that means we can give into those days we don't have energy and it's just the day I practice taking care of myself, reframing it. The days I feel super productive and active and happy and ready to seize the day. Those are the days of productivity. Inhale, arms are gonna reach. And take the release. Because we're pretty multidimensional. Extend out the legs. Nothing ever stays the same forever, especially our moods, right? Depending on the day or who we're surrounded by or the latest COVID update. Then the opposite leg, find Janu Shirshasana. But the world is reopening. I mean, it's always been there. We're just taking a new direction upon it. So inhale, arms reach. But exhale, let's take that fold. So how can we practice that emerging? Emerging back into society as we know and whatever that's going to look like. So we practice it here on the mat. We practice taking care of this body container, this heart container, this soul container, this mind of ours. So when we face those adverse challenges, those times of unease, those times of sadness, strife, grief, uncertainties, we have a practice to land upon. We have a set point. Inhale, arms are gonna reach. Release the arms. We'll extend the legs out nice and long. Final Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, it's forward folded all the way down. See if you can keep the chest extended, the inner arches reach forward, fanning through your toes. Softening your jaw and your belly. And just really appreciating, most importantly, your intention to wake up and take care of yourself in a way that, we can sleep a lot of our life away. And noticing what we can do to create and stir our own pots of energy. Inhale, arms are gonna reach. Release the arms down. Good, bend in towards your knees. Let's start to slowly roll all the way on down towards our backs. Keep your knees nice and wide as your mat. Open up your arms and double dip your legs towards one side. Inhale, knees back towards center, double dip towards the opposite side. Bring your knees back towards center, hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe forearms around shins, nose in towards your knees, and just squeeze everything in here. And give that sense of gratitude and appreciation and just that I am what I practice. So what are you today? What is it that you are? It's always there. Releasing it into your final Shavasana. Let the toes just drip down and towards the earth. Softening your front ribs and feel your inner shoulder blades. Take rise and opening of the heart. Climb the back of the skull longer out of the length of the neck. Soften in towards the belly. And just scanning your body here from the toes, ankles, shin bones, knees, thighs, buttocks, the pelvis. abdomen, the low back, the middle back, the upper back, the front chest, shoulders, the arms, the throat, the chin, the mouth, ears, eyes, forehead, the top of your skull. Inviting all parts of your body to be united as one. Surrender. Staying here for as long as you'd like. Again, this is one of the most healing components of the practice. A place for it all to assemble, the energies to realign, just brushing your thumbs against the tips of your fingers, moving your toes. You licking your lips, take a bend into your knees. Draw it over to either side. Filling yourself up here. Take your time as you press up and towards your seat. Crisscrossing towards your legs and bring your hands together towards your heart as you keep the seal of the eyes closed. This is part of the inner attention of the practice, right? When we can give ourselves this time for the inner work. Again, we are what we practice, so it's a choice. How can you practice the version of you today? And we can get quiet in our bodies and quiet in our minds, be a little bit more aligned with that offering for ourselves, for our hearts, and for others. So together, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Honoring you this special day, this Memorial Day. Thank you for your work and the work of all others that have allowed us to be where we are here today. Namaste. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate you. I'll stay on if you have any questions. Otherwise, I hope to see you back next Monday, 6:30. Share the registration with friends. Again, these are free offerings. This is, it's just what we're doing to share that love of the practice and health and wellness to as many people as we can. So send me if you have any questions. Let me know. Some of you asked about donations. Feel free to shoot me a DM. I'll share that information with you as well. So take care, and I'll talk to you guys later.